Let's pause for a moment. You believe you're awake, don't you? You believe this world, this life, this very moment is real, solid, unquestionable. But what if I told you that you're still dreaming? Not in the sense of floating through a surreal landscape at night, but right now, as you listen. What if waking up in the morning is just stepping from one dream into another? What if the very idea of being awake is part of the dream itself? Reality as a mental projection. Think about this. When you dream at night, it feels real. The people, the places, the emotions, they all make sense while you're inside it. Then you wake up, and suddenly, it all dissolves. But here's the question. How do you know you've actually woken up? Because this world feels more consistent? Because time moves in a straight line? Because your senses confirm it? But what if those senses are deceiving you? What if they are not showing you reality, but only a carefully edited version, one that your brain manufactures moment by moment? Your mind is not a passive observer. It doesn't just take in reality, it constructs it. Every sight you see, every sound you hear, every thought you think is filtered, shaped, and even altered before you ever become aware of it. The colors you see, they aren't real. They are interpretations of wavelengths your brain translates into meaning. The sounds you hear, just vibrations in the air, turned into something recognizable by your mind. Your entire reality is a simulation. And yet, you believe you're awake. The ego, another layer of the dream. Now, let's talk about you. You feel solid, don't you? A thinking, feeling, independent being. But who is this you that you believe in? Where do you begin and where do you end? Are you only inside your body? Or do you extend into the world, into the people you love, the air you breathe, the experiences you hold? You think you're the author of your life, making decisions, directing the course of your future. But what if this sense of control is yet another illusion? Your reactions, your habits, your desires, are they truly yours? Or are they echoes of your upbringing, your culture, your environment? The words you use, the thoughts that arise in your mind, how many of them did you consciously choose? Or are you just reciting lines from a script you didn't even realize was written for you? Neuroscience and the illusion of choice. Modern neuroscience has discovered something unsettling. Your brain makes decisions before you're even aware of them. Experiments show that before you choose to move your hand, the brain has already sent signals to your muscles. The decision was made before you felt like you made it. Think about that. The feeling of control is just that, a feeling. And yet, you believe you're awake. Ancient wisdom and the dream of reality. Long before modern science, ancient philosophers knew this. In Hinduism and Buddhism, they call it Maya, the grand illusion. The dream of the world that seems so real, but is only a passing shadow. In Taoism, they tell the story of Zhuangzi, who once dreamed he was a butterfly. And when he awoke, he wondered, was I a man dreaming I was a butterfly? Or am I now a butterfly dreaming I am a man? You see, the distinction between dreaming and waking is thinner than you think. Even physics tells us that matter, the stuff you believe makes up the world, is not solid. At its core, reality is made of probabilities, energy, and empty space. What does that say about the world you take for granted? What does that say about you? What it means to wake up. So, if this life is a dream, what does it mean to wake up? It's not about escaping, because there's nowhere to escape to. It's about realizing that you are the dream and the dreamer, the illusion and the one watching it unfold. It's about seeing this whole experience, the rules, the limits, the expectations for what they are. A magnificent play of consciousness. Embracing the illusion. And that's not a problem. It's not something to fear. It's an invitation to stop taking everything so seriously, to play in the dream, to let go of the illusion of control and embrace the wonder of the unknown. Because in the end, there's only the dream. And it's more than enough. So why not live it fully? Why not wake up inside the dream and dream it freely, joyfully, completely? After all, if this is your dream, isn't it time you started living it? The final question. Pause. Breathe. Look around. Are you awake, or are you still dreaming?